There's an owl carved into a canyon wall in the Utah desert. A big one, and right below it, a small one. Who carved them? Why owls? Why two? Nobody knows. This is 9 Mile Canyon, Carbon County, Utah. 46 miles of remote desert, holding more ancient rock art than anywhere else in North America. They call it the world's longest art gallery. And when you're standing in front of it, that's not an exaggeration. I came here for the petroglyphs, but what I didn't expect to find were pictographs. Images directly painted onto the rock in red ochre. One of them still held another color. A creamy, whitish yellow. Preserved under a ledge for over 1,000 years. I almost missed another one entirely. I caught a glimpse of red out of the corner of my eye. I threw it in reverse and I jumped out of my truck. And there it was, barely visible. Faded almost into nothing, but still there. Some of these images were made by the Fremont people, and some of them, the ghostly ones with the long bodies that fade into nothingness, those are older, much older. Archaic-period art. Painted here potentially thousands of years before the Fremont. Layers of humanity on the same wall. Oh, and I ran into about 20 wild mustangs when I was about to leave. But that story comes later. If you had stood in this canyon 1,000 years ago, it would have looked nothing like it does today. There would have been people here, children, smoke from cooking fires rising up against the canyon walls. They were not the ancestral Pueblones to the south, although the two cultures influenced each other. The Fremont were something distinct, something uniquely their own. Their pottery, their figurines, their art, all of it bears a signature that belongs to no one else. Oh, look how cool that is. Not only are there like super cool petroglyphs here, but there are super cool glyphs and rocks to look at. Look at this geology. Oh yeah, I am already super nerding out. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. Instead of looking at rocks, I am looking at what was carved into rocks. Okay, that's really cool. So sweet. Okay, here's some really interesting ones right here. Very cool. Look at the headdresses. And trapezoidal figures. It looks like right there we have either a coyote or a mountain lion. And then really faintly right next to it, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is old. That is really old. You can tell because of all the desert patina. Like for instance, this one looks much fresher, much newer. And this one is definitely much older. And then over here, it looks like there is another coyote or mountain lion. I'm gonna go with coyote. So cool. And then just right around the corner here, there is some more stuff. Dude, that's actually really cool. Can you see it? That's a bighorn sheep. And it's got the big square body. That is really cool. And some more stuff just kind of chipped. You can't even really tell what it is. Oh, so cool. Look at this little fun dude hanging out. Oh, look, there's a spider. Hey, spider. Oh, these are pretty cool. They almost look like arrowheads. Oh, so cool. Super wild. That's gotta be old. It has the desert patina growing right over it. Wow. That is really cool. By around 1300 AD, the Fremont had vanished from this canyon, from most of Utah really. Not all at once. It wasn't a single catastrophic event as far as we know. It was more like a slow unraveling, a gradual pulling away from the places they had called home for nearly 1,000 years. We don't know exactly why. Where did they go? That's the question archaeologists are still wrestling with. Some may have migrated south and blended with Puebloan cultures. The archaeological record gets murky at the edges, and the Fremont, who were never a single unified tribe, but a collection of related cultures likely scattered in multiple directions. What they left behind is what we have. Thousands of images carved and painted by people whose names we will never know, whose language we cannot speak, whose world we can only glimpse through the marks they made on stone. Thousands of years of silence. And still, somehow, they're still talking. Oh yeah, that is super cool. Check that out. Pictographs. Yes. Oh, that is so awesome. Look at this cool little rock formation. So cool. So uber cool. I really wonder if something's up there. That is quite the hike up for that to be nothing. Oh, I see stuff up there. Okay, I'm going. And of course, what kind of Sheena's Adventures episode would it be if I didn't show you guys the rocks? However, I am not going to be collecting anything from this site. This place is way too sacred. Okay, check this one out. This one's really cool. And I see buffaloes. Or at least I see a buffalo. Okay, and look, there's the first bow and arrow of the day. Okay, here we have a horse rider.
Engine walls, desert sky, a river red rock stretching miles away. Side canyons opening like pages of a book. Every turn a new story. Everywhere I look, the canyon holds its colors in amber rust and canyon remains, they are gone, but the art remains. I am here, walking where they walked. I am here, listening to these walls.
I almost drove right by this, you guys. Does that not look like a snakehead to you? Kind of looks like a snakehead to me. Utah, yeah. If you guys are enjoying this episode, hit that subscribe button, because many, many, many more adventures are to come. I really hope I earned your subscription today. Okay, so this site is gonna be an owl. Let's go check it out. Okay, for all you owl lovers out there, check this out. Yeah. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, it's so rad. And there's the little baby owl next to mama. What is that? Is that a pig? Almost looks like javelina. Awesome bear paw right here. That is so cool. And the handprint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fingers. No 6 fingers. Okay, that was super cool. Super cool. So when I was leaving, GPS told me it'd be 10 minutes faster if I went the opposite direction of the way that I came in. And so me being like, oh, okay, 10 minutes is 10 minutes, I went that way. And anyways, I ended up going up like this really steep, like miner's canyon. And I climbed and climbed and climbed. It was all switchback and kind of scary. And like there was some like spring runoff, and part of it was kind of muddy. And then like I got up to the top of the canyon, up on top of this like plateau, and the road was like really, really rough. And I was like bouncing all over the place. And I was like, oh, this really sucks. And all of a sudden, I see wild mustangs. Like I was just like in this middle of them. It was so amazing. And it was so rewarding and so worth it. And then, anyways, so I got past them and I got to a ranch and a gate that was locked. It was private property, so I had to turn around and drive back through the horses again. And anyways, it cost me like an hour of time, but that's okay. It was totally worth it. If you guys are totally digging this, hit that like button.